Hi, I'm Mike Sargent, and this is Arise on Screen.
You're afraid of heights.
Everyone's afraid of something, but not you.
In the new film Divergent, not fitting in can be deadly. Tris Pryor is a divergent who must keep her secret to survive. Hollywood is counting on girl power dollars at the box office this weekend. Will this be the next Hunger Games size hit or the next mega flop? Dressed Like Kings is the latest from filmmaker and director Stacey Holman. I sit down with her to discuss the challenges women face in an industry that is still primarily a boys' club.
You are not drawing a conclusion that Judge Thomas sexually harassed you.
Yes, I am drawing that conclusion.
Well, then I don't understand.
Attorney Anita Hill challenged the boys' club when she accused U.S. Supreme Court nominee Clarence Thomas of sexual harassment at his Senate confirmation hearing. More than 2 decades after she transfixed the nation with her testimony, Anita, a powerful new documentary about Anita Hill's life, hits theaters this week. All this and more on Arise on Screen. Hello, I'm Mike Sargent, and welcome to Arise on Screen, your global home for films both on screen and behind the scenes. So let's get to it this week for the box office winners. 300 Rise of the Empire tops the box office this week, followed by Mr. Peabody and Sherman, Need for Speed, Non-Stop, and the Lego Movie rounds it out in the number 5 spot. And in movie news.
Hey, Snoopy.
Get ready for the first time ever. Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and the rest of Charles Schultz's Peanuts gang is coming to the big screen. The timeless comic strip debuted on October 2nd, 1950, and ended its original run in February 2000. It arrives as a CG animated feature film in 3D in November of 2015.
Let it go, let it go, can't hold it back anymore.
The Disney box office hit Frozen continues to break records. The Oscar-winning animated film starring actress Kristen Bell just became the first movie directed by a woman, Academy Award-winning co-director Jennifer Lee, to break $1 billion in worldwide ticket sales.
The heat's frying his comms, but we still have contact.
Actress Zoe Saldana has become the go-to actress for biopics. Coming off the heels of her controversial portrayal of singer Nina Simone in Nina, it was just announced that Saldana is in talks to play the lead in the life story of singer and actress Eartha Kitt.
Batgirl.
Kitt is probably best known for her most famous role as Catwoman on the 60s camp Batman TV series. Saldana will also co-star with actor Don Cheadle in the Miles Davis biopic Kill the Trumpet Player, playing Miles Davis' former wife, Frances Davis.
She had no idea that she was walking into the political lion's den.
You swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
The powerful new documentary, Anita, puts Anita Hill back in the spotlight 2 decades after accusing Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas of sexual harassment at his Senate confirmation hearing. Produced, written, and directed by Academy Award-winning filmmaker Frida Mock, Anita documents the he said, she said national testimony of sex, race, and politics, and introduces Anita Hill's legacy to a new generation.
I can't believe this. This is crazy.
Looks like Lupita Nyong'o's next big role after her Oscar win and recent cameo in the Liam Neeson thriller Non-Stop could come as soon as May. Disney and Lucasfilm's upcoming Star Wars Episode 7 begins filming in May, and news accounts claim Nyong'o, who met with director J.J. Abrams, could be in the running for a lead role. Set 30 years after the events of 1983's Return of the Jedi, the super-secret film debuts in 2015. And in festival news, the Human Rights Watch Film Festival began this week in London, sponsored by the Human Rights Watch Group.
It's extremely important for the world to know about what's going on here.
The film festival travels around the world to various cities with a program of films from various countries that shed light on human rights abuses from both new and established international filmmakers. The festival runs from March 18th to the 28th. The Human Rights Watch Film Festival London features 20 award-winning films. Today I'm joined by Chiara Spagnoli Gabardi, an artist, filmmaker, and international film critic from Italy, and Stephanie Green from shadesofgreenentertainment.com. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Now, it is Women's Month, so I want to ask you both. I'm going to start with you, Stephanie. Who is your favorite on-screen strong female character?
Well, I guess my favorite would be Tina Turner, that was portrayed by Angela Bassett.
Okay.
And she did the film What's Love Got to Do with It?
Right.
And the way she stood up to Ike Turner in the film, I thought it was phenomenal and very strong.
Did it inspire you a bit?
Well, it wasn't so much of an inspiration as it was that I was glad that she was able to stand on her own 2 feet, that she got the courage. And I think that would inspire any woman that has had any kind of fear in a relationship. Okay. So I think that's where the inspiration came.
Chiara?
Well, I love period films, and a film that I think is still timely for its female character is Gone with the Wind. So I'd say Scarlett O'Hara, because she was having her own way without giving up her being very feminine, but also without, having the need to go through men. She was very strong.
Okay. Well, I'd have to go with Noomi Rapace playing Elizabeth Salander and Sigourney Weaver playing Ripley in Alien. So
very aggressive women.
Very aggressive women. But I love those two characters. Those are great, strong characters to me. So we'll be right back.
The only way our society can survive is for each of you to claim your rightful place.
Still to come, in a world where humans are divided into 5 categories, a divergent fits into none. Shailene Woodley, as Trish Pryor, is a divergent and faces death if she's discovered. Can Trish keep her secret and survive? When we return, here on Arise on Screen.
One of the great things about Arise News, it is truly a multicultural global channel that is paying attention to communities of all different kinds, not just here in the United States, not just in Africa, but all around the world, as we're giving a voice to the people that don't traditionally have the kind of a voice that a mass media organization can have. You're getting here at Arise News that you're not going to find at the other networks is a unique perspective, and I think that's part of what Arise is here to do.
One of the great things about Arise Entertainment 360 is we have this Arise to Your Health segment, which really focuses on the holistic approach of being healthy. So we do everything from working out to juicing to getting in shape by doing fun exercises like bouncing on a trampoline or wearing these bouncy boots on our feet when we're jumping all over the set. We've done karate, we've danced the weight off, we've done just about everything. And of course, I love when we eat on set, but we do it in a very healthy and clean way.
The great thing about Arise Entertainment 360 is that we cover the 360 of entertainment, food, fashion, lifestyle, culture. We're able to cover it all. And the thing I love most about the show is we're able to do a stunning combination of high and low. So we can talk about Rihanna on the red carpet, but we can also speak about high art with people like Sanford Biggers and Hank Willis. We actually spend quality time with our guests and we really get to know them. It's really intriguing because we get a 360 look at our guests.
You have to hide, or they'd never expect to find you.
Welcome to Dullness.
Divergent. Based on the novel of the same name, stars Shailene Woodley, Kate Winslet, Mekhi Phifer, and Ashley Judd.
I know what you are.
Woodley plays Divergent Trish Pryor, living in a world where people are divided into 5 categories. A divergent fits into none, and in this world, not fitting in can be deadly. Earlier this week at the sexy Los Angeles premiere, Oscar winner Kate Winslet talked about this very different role.
It was a whole new challenge for me to do something so new. It isn't just a sort of a teen popcorn franchise piece. It's very intelligent.
It was a little bit weird with another actor, right? You're just like simply listening, professionally listening, and reacting to what they're saying. And with the green screen, you're literally being a child again, pretending like the floor's on fire or there's like hot lava on the floor. You know, you got to completely surrender to your imagination.
Welcome back to Arise on Screen. So, Divergent, I really like this movie more than Hunger Games, but you not so much, Chiara.
I did not. I thought the acting was very, very good, but there were some problems with the scripts. It was just trying to assemble too many genres, the romance, the philosophy, the action. It just didn't jumble up together properly, and it was dragging along. For the first hour, we just see her training, and it doesn't develop in a very consistent way, in my opinion.
Well, I completely disagree with you.
Okay, fair enough.
No, Stephanie, you...
I know I'm alone here.
No, that's okay. But Stephanie, now you thought the length was great, whereas Chiara thought that it could have used some trimming. You didn't even notice the length.
I did not notice the length. I thought the story was really well done. And I love the philosophy, as you were saying, Chiara. I thought the philosophy was great. It's very reminiscent of what we are dealing with today, but not in that stringent manner. So I totally enjoyed it.
Well, you know, I enjoyed it for a number of reasons. I enjoyed it because what I didn't like about Hunger Games for me, and I liked the films, but the problem I had was the premise I just didn't buy. The premise was clear. I bought it.
Correct.
I understood it. I thought, like good science fiction, it had something to say about the human condition.
Yeah.
Now, you
I
both...
think it was too simplistic and pretentious in trying to...
Simplistic and pretentious. Would that be your quote?
Well, yes, I'm not afraid of what I'm saying, although I don't like to talk badly about films, but I saw that I wasn't alone elsewhere on these ideas.
Okay. Well, that's good that we can agree to disagree. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to our next film. It's a documentary called Anita. It's a dramatic look at the fallout of Anita Hill that Anita Hill endured after testifying against a man who was nominated to the highest court in the land.
So these letters were coming in daily. There would be trays of mail coming in. And I started reading them, but I was so emotionally raw that it was just impossible.
Anita tells the story of a young attorney, Anita Hill, who accused the Supreme Court nominee Clarence Thomas of unwanted sexual advances during the explosive Senate hearings in 1991. The nationally televised testimony ignited a political firestorm about sexual harassment, race, power, and politics that still resonates 20 years later. First of all, I found this documentary very powerful and very inspiring. And I'm curious, Stephanie, you said you really didn't have much of an opinion of Anita Hill when this was actually going down.
Correct, I didn't. But when I watched the documentary, I was enlightened, and to even understand what she actually went through and the power of her going through that, what has changed for today, for the women of today.
Well, I found her to be incredibly brave to have done what she did and really stick by her values. You found it inspirational, Chiara?
I found it very inspirational, especially in the way she exposed the whole matter in a very calm, imposed way. So she was talking about this very delicate situation without acting hysterical. So I think this also made her even more believable.
Well, now you being from Italy, you're no stranger to scandal. So,
I'm afraid so.
What did this trigger to you in terms of how scandals have been handled and what you've seen in your own country?
Okay, in my own country, if we're referring to Berlusconi's Bunga Bunga parties, those were a little different because there was a minor involved and there was also an accusation of prostitution. Here it's a completely different story. An older woman, a professor who was, being sexually harassed. But I've seen that in all cases, the media is very eager and fierce to devour these kind of news because it sells. So at the time, they were also very judgmental. In this case, I think they've developed a more sensitive approach to this matter,
I think so.
hopefully.
I think at that time, and you agree with me, Stephanie, they were they vilified her.
They did.
And
unbelievable how they vilified her.
And it's amazing how she stood by her guns and calmly and so poised. You know, I was actually very proud to see what she did, and it made such a huge difference. Well, I really enjoyed the film. I think it's a must, especially for young women, to see this film and realize.
I think everyone should see it, even the young men and grown, everyone. Everyone should see this film.
All right, well, we will be right back. Still to come, March is Women's History Month. Dressed Like Kings is a documentary about the South African dress culture for men known as Oswenka. I sit down with its filmmaker and director, Stacey Holman, for an in-depth discussion on the future of women and film, here on Arise on Screen.